Alright, everyone. I know I'm predominantly a Digimon channel, and that some people have been asking, oh, Nick, bring back this series, bring back this series. I think what you guys really want is Nick takes the Massachusetts Allergen Training course. I can't think of anything else that's better than this, so let's go. Right now. This is my newest game. This is my entire channel now. Yeah. That royalty-free music. Oh, God. This video is produced to provide a guideline for restaurant and food service employees, the producers, and the food allergy and the fan officially does not warranty or guarantee that it will eliminate or prevent allergic reactions. Should make sure that it complies with all local, state, and federal requirements, inclusion of brand name, medications, medical products, and food service establishments, and blah, blah, blah. So yeah, my convenience store turned into a restaurant because now it's a 7-Eleven and we serve food, and I'm required to do this. So I thought someone might as well come on this journey with me. Is this it? Is this the whole training? No contamination. Yep. How long do they assume it takes me to read? Because there's no like slider. I can't like jump around in the video. Information provided for educational purposes only is not to be considered as legal advice regarding the proper handling of patrons with allergy. Consult your own attorney for legal advice. Thanks, man. Now, there was a little bit of video before I even started this. This is like 3 minutes of them just like talking at me. Accompanying this video is a comprehensive training menu that provides in-depth information about handling food allergies. Recommend reading and reviewing this material often and sharing it with restaurant staff. But that's not necessary. No, thank you. Massachusetts Act relative to food allergen awareness in restaurants requires that certain food establishments combine with regulars with a staff area of good old food establishments notice on menus of consumers. Thanks, man. I'm running a 7-Eleven, so can we skip to the part about hot dogs? Click play. Why do I need to continue the video like this?
Hey, I'm Ming Tsai, chef owner of Blue Ginger in Wellesley, Massachusetts.
Hey, Chef Ming.
In this video, we're going to show you how to safely serve patrons with food allergies. From cross-contact information to how to handle a customer with an allergic reaction, this video offers important information we can all use.
Chef Ming, I have a question. Why doesn't, if the person knows they have an allergy, why are they buying the food from me?
That are being used by many in the food industry to prevent
Chef Ming,
and death due to accidental ingestion of food allergens. Certified food protection managers are required to obtain a certificate verifying that they have viewed this film in its entirety.
But why is it my fault?
This video was designed to work with the manual. Welcoming guests
I am not downloading that out. That manual. Anything that it has, it can easily be Googled. There's no reason to.
The manual offers additional information and strategies
Chef Ming, please.
by food safety managers to train food service staff to safely prepare and serve food to guests who have food allergies. Managers are encouraged to implement these
right, but what about the hot dogs?
And train their employees accordingly.
Where's the section on people allergic to chili cheese? Click the play button and continue. Oh my god. What the fuck? Also, why is it my responsibility? If someone has an allergy, they need to come in and do their own shit. Like, come on. Just don't eat food you're allergic to. It's that easy.
Restaurants and food services. Dining out is a favorite American pastime. What once used to be a luxury has
They
now
reused
become
that stock
necessity
footage. They
in
reused
most
the
busy
stock footage
families'
too.
lives where both parents work and don't always have time to prepare a meal. For a family with a
Where am I? Am I in some weird limbo? Is this real?
Particularly challenging to eat out. They must rely on food service staff to provide them with information about ingredients so that they can make an informed decision about what to order. Giving a patron the wrong information can have tragic results.
The kid has weird
Chris and
hair.
Bob Weaver will never forget the day when their daughter Sarah, who was allergic to nuts, ate a cookie at a catered wedding.
Sarah asked the woman if the cookies contained
Hang on.
nut products. The woman serving
Have
the
these
cookies
two
assured
people
her that
dedicated their
the
life
encouraged her to help herself.
to nut allergies?
Sarah took a small cookie from the tray.
That
You were allergic to
cost
nuts.
Sarah her
You
life
know
when she
when to look
suffered
for
a
your own.
fatal
This is
reaction to
ridiculous.
the hidden ingredient. For all food service
Maybe it's
providers,
offensive for me
full knowledge
to
of
blame people with
ingredients
allergies
and full disclosure
for
to
eating
the
food they're
customer
allergic to.
is the key to keeping patrons safe. Stephen Grover, Vice President of Health and Safety Regulatory Affairs for the National Restaurant Association, works on getting this message across to restaurants.
If you're a staff member and a person with an allergy does make a request, it's vital that the information you give them be accurate and truthful. So spend the time to make sure that it is absolutely accurate. This could be a matter of life and death.
But it shouldn't be.
Cooperation and teamwork.
Who the fuck is going to be allergic to buffalo wings, hot dogs, and whatever else we sell?
Staff, from restaurant management to back of the house staff, must become familiar.
How much
with the
B-roll
issues
of
surrounding
people
food
cutting
allergies,
vegetables do we need?
As well as the proper way to answer a diner's questions. Chet England, Director of Quality Assurance for Burger King, has spent years focusing on the food allergy demands that quick-service restaurants face. His chain publishes and posts up-to-date ingredient lists for regular menu items.
So then why am I watching this video if they have ingredients somewhere? Make it their fault. Make it their... They need to know what's in the fucking... Wow, my god, I hate this.
Food service employees about what food allergies are, how to meet the special needs of a food allergic customer, and what to
Aaron
do in case
Brockovich
of
over here,
accidental exposure to
having a
food
nice
allergen.
meal at Burger King.
Understanding this important health issue will not only help diminish your food establishment's liability risk, but also makes good business sense in cultivating happy customers.
In that if they don't die, they'll come back and buy more? Is that what this guy meant?
City has its lion's share of happy customers,
Oh my gosh.
feeding an average of 500 guests a day.
Good afternoon.
Why do I have to do this?
Owner Sirio Machoni, whose own son has an allergy to shellfish,
Here's a guy
and
we've
his
seen
staff trained in the
B-roll
nuances
of like
food
3
allergies.
times, and now he's finally
They
talking.
know that their food allergic
Wow, that
diners
one dude had a
and
really
guests
big
are
chef hat.
99%
Can we
of
roll
people
back and look at that guy's chef hat?
because they want to be surprised how good it is and how simple or how complicated it is. But we are prepared for the people that they have the slightest problem. If they let us know, we cooperate 100%.
Restaurants are as different as people.
What?
There's no standard quote-unquote restaurant. Each
No
restaurant
shit,
has
but
its
what does that
unique
even
challenge
mean?
in making sure that they provide customers with safe, nutritious meals. That includes food safety, but it also includes making sure that persons that suffer from severe allergies get the foods they need.
Marcus Samuelson, chef and co-owner of the award-winning Aquavit restaurant in New York, also accommodates
What is
diners'
this?
special requests.
Get to the fucking allergy stuff. Oh my god, no.
Period that we're in.
I'm so
you
sorry,
have
man.
to deliver in very, very unique situations. A lot of customers has a lot of different requests. It could be a diet, it could be allergies. The one you take the most serious as a chef is allergies.
What? What was the point of that? Who the fuck doesn't know what a food allergy is?
What is a food allergy?
Oh my god.
Over 6 million
When was this movie made?
food
I can't tell if it's 80s or 90s.
Food can cause an allergic reaction. 8 foods account for 90% of them. Those foods are peanuts, which are actually a type of bean or legume,
Oh my
nuts
god.
from trees, like walnuts, cashews, and pecans, fish, shellfish, eggs, milk, soy, and wheat. It's the protein in these
What the
foods that
fuck?
someone may be allergic to. A food allergy occurs when the immune system, which usually fights
Oh
off
my
harmful
god.
germs, mistakenly
Please release me
believes that
from
a
this torment.
food is harmful. When this happens, it sends out an army of chemicals, including histamine.
Why am I
that
watching
combat
this?
the allergy
Why am I watching a
before it
4th grade science video?
Those chemicals released into the body cause
I could literally just leave it running in the background and then just tell my boss and be like, oh yeah, print the certificate, I did.
Even unconsciousness. Not all allergic reactions are created equal. Some may be mild, but others can be anaphylactic, that is, life-threatening. The only
gonna
way
look
to
this up.
prevent a reaction is through total avoidance. It can only take a minute amount of a food allergen to trigger a fatal reaction in some allergic people. If they do experience a reaction, they must immediately receive...
I don't have an
support
EpiPen.
to help
They need to
stop
bring
the
their own.
reaction. It's available for personal use by prescription in an auto-injector. They must also be transported to a hospital immediately for further care.
Yeah. That's on them. Hey, that's the same kid from the restaurant earlier. I remember because of his terrible
For Joanne and
haircut.
Mark Cohen, Eating at a restaurant can be a stressful activity because of their son JJ's life-threatening food allergy to milk.
For our family, going to a restaurant is never
This looks like a kid who can't
sure
drink milk.
that there's something on the menu that JJ
Ugh.
We have to
She
make sure
looks like
ingredients are
it's the
safe,
restaurant's
also
fault
make
that
sure
my
that
son is
there's
allergic,
no
not
cross-contamination.
it's our fault for being allergic.
Touch the food that JJ might be
Hey, it's the same guy who was peeling onions earlier.
stressful.
Do you have any questions about the menu?
I do. I have a peanut allergy.
Kathy Sheehan has a severe peanut allergy and nearly lost her life when she ate a pastry bought from a bakery.
Oh my
Someone told
god.
me the nuts on a Danish were almonds, and lo and behold, they were peanuts. I ate them.
Alright,
Throat got
real
very
talk.
scratchy right away.
If you have a nut allergy, that's that. If you have like a peanut allergy, that's it. No more. You don't get to have any nuts. That's just at that point you just have to assume they're all deadly. I don't understand. It's like, what would an almond add to your life?
Catering, cafeteria, or fine dining, someone will pay you a visit who has food allergies.
We'll bend over backwards to do whatever we can to satisfy our customers overall, but especially the kids.
Is it? Can they have it their way? Does their way include anaphylactic shock?
Come to Burger King, sit down, enjoy themselves, and have a good time.
From breakfast on the go
God.
to a multi-course meal, food allergies need to be handled with a total commitment to precision.
No, it doesn't.
This is one case where
This
you
is not-
can't
this
tell
is not on
the
me.
customer what he or she wants to hear unless it is absolutely accurate. Kathy Sheehan's husband, Harvey, remembers getting misinformation from a neighborhood restaurant.
I remember very distinctly going to
Why
restaurants
are you
and
going to a
going
restaurant
through
to
this
get your
whole
allergy
questions
information
that we ask,
stuff?
to the point where you not only ask the waiter, you'll ask the manager and so forth. And in the middle of dinner, she finds a peanut.
This whole thing,
With the food.
whole
At which
thing
time
is
we
an
have to
exercise
drop
in
everything,
how
pay
a
the
few
bill, and
people
run immediately to the emergency
fucked it
room.
up for everyone in
This is a
restaurants, and that
precautionary measure.
everyone
Very emotional
everyone who has an allergy
for me.
wants to make it
Obviously,
everyone
it's a
else's
factor that just never
problem.
goes away every time I go into a
These are the people that when they were kids were like, no peanuts in the entire lunchroom because my precious son, with his weird bowl cut hair, with his weird mandark looking ass,
To review,
has
food
a nut
allergies
allergy,
need
so
to
no
be
one is allowed to have
taken
peanut butter.
Seriously. Listen to your food allergic customer. Give accurate and truthful information.
I'm gonna lie every day, and if they tell me they have an allergy, I'm just gonna say don't eat any of our food. Leave. You have a food allergy. Just take your Sunlight Green and go.
Training restaurant or food service staff.
Oh my God, it's still going.
Responsibility of the person in charge, whether that person is a manager.
It's the
or
same
owner of the business.
footage over and over and over. He's gonna be cutting that goddamn onion,
And
which is not one of the allergic foods, by the way.
Training type of environment is always a challenge. With the number of employees we have, the turnover rates that we have, the different cultures and languages that we have to deal with, and one of the major messages that we try and get across to our employees right from their first day on the job is the importance of food safety to our customers, to our business, to our brand.
Procedures should clearly define how to handle menu selections, meal preparation, and serving methods to be used for a food allergic individual. This tape can be shown to the staff to give them valuable visual information on understanding and handling food allergies. Having these plans in place before they're needed will ensure that the staff handles any allergic emergencies appropriately and quickly. Food allergy training must be reviewed periodically to ensure that everyone
You
knows
are
what to
having
do.
a goddamn laugh if you think I'm ever
Receive
watching this
food
again.
allergy training before they have contact with any guests.
Hello, welcome to the Parkside Cafe. How you doing? How can I help you guys today?
I am going to need some help. My son has life-threatening food allergies.
When a guest
Oh my God.
identifies himself or herself as having a food allergy, the host,
If
hostess, or
if
server
someone came up
should
to me
call over the person in
and I was
charge
like,
to the
"Oh,
table.
what can I get you?" and they were
This
like,
could be a manager or
"My
owner
son has a
of the
life-threatening food
restaurant.
allergy,"
Guest
I would
may
I
have
just
a
I don't know
phone
how I would
number
respond. I would just
and
be like,
ensure that the
"Thanks."
proper
Then
procedure is followed
why are you
with a
here?
Special request.
Hi, my name is Julio. I'm the manager. How can I help you?
I gotta be honest, I was not expecting Julio from that guy. I was expecting a Mark or a Dave.
So I want to make sure that we can have a safe meal for him.
Very good. I'll make sure to take care of this person.
A designated staff member should be responsible for discussing ingredient information.
That sounds like the answer that you would give when it's like, "All right, okay, we've got it."
not assure a person that the item is not in the menu item, and therefore you should tell the person.
Some foods are overall better choices for food allergic individuals.
Which they should know.
Can you do just a plain chicken for him?
Well, we usually grill our chicken. Most of the items have marinades, so we'll bake it in a separate pan if you like.
Wonderful. That sounds good.
When the order goes in,
Alternatively, if it's a life-threatening disease, fucking cook yourself. This is all such bullshit. If you have an allergy, it's your responsibility. It's life's way of saying you're playing on hard mode. It's your fault. You don't then go to the game and say, excuse me, this is unfair.
Food, drinks, or utensils when carrying them on a tray
Oh
with
my
other
God.
items where foods could splash, touch, or spill on them. Shortly thereafter, check with the diner.
I'm gonna plant a peanut in every single person's fucking meal from now on. I'm gonna just every time I start cooking a hot dog, I'm just gonna slowly slide a tiny peanut in the middle, and then I'm just gonna like put it in the sauce, everything. I'm just gonna mix peanuts with everything, and if someone dies, I'll just be like, I'm sorry, the training wasn't thorough enough.
Extra minutes to make sure the meal is prepared properly.
To review,
Oh my God.
educate the entire staff. Additional materials specific for managers, front of house staff, and back of house staff can be found in the training manual. Involve the person in charge in handling food allergic customers. Beware of cross contact.
Thanks, man. What happened to the regular narrator?
Remember, for a menu
Oh my
suggestion
God.
is to keep it simple. Though Le Cirque 2000's cuisine is French, Cirio's Tuscan homeland speaks volumes about simplicity.
First of all, I have an advantage. I'm Italian. Sorry, but
Oh my God. It's a 7-Eleven.
That's all.
Simply
I don't need this.
minimize risks, while combination foods like stews or
You know,
pies containing
considering 7-Eleven has their own brand of fucking everything, how do they not have their own training video that should be like 4 minutes long?
helps to recommend roast beef or broiled
When I started this, I thought it would be 4 minutes long. Oh my God.
camouflaged in any way.
What fresh hell is this?
Fried foods are high risk because the cooking
Why does all of this food look awful?
for many foods. For instance, if someone's allergic to fish, by eating French fries cooked in the same oil as fried fish, they risk having a reaction.
Our French
Why are they... Oh my God, why are they eating in a seafood restaurant if they're allergic to fish? It's the only reason that would be, boiled with fish. What is this?
About any carryover of proteins from any other products onto our French fries.
Yep, there's that B-roll of the French fries again.
A problem for many guests with allergies. Nuts are often used and appear in unexpected places.
Yeah, they do. Am I right?
Those allergic to dairy products face cream, butter, and ice cream.
I don't need to know this! They need to know this!
Are also considered high risk because of cross-contamination.
Oh my
Certain
God.
utensils are often used in one dish and then another.
If you're allergic to cream and fucking milk, get the fuck out of the bakery. Everything uses it. Here it is, this guy chopping the same stuff again.
Picking up a nut-containing muffin and then picking up a nut-free muffin may be enough to cause cross-contamination. Pick up the nut-free muffin first, or put on a new pair of gloves between each. When it comes to garnishes, only the chef or person in charge should garnish the plate to minimize
What
the
the
chance of
fuck is
mistakes.
this?
Those who work in the back of the house are some of the most important members of the food allergy team. The food allergic guest depends on the chef or cook for answers about the ingredients in a meal and the cooking.
Fuck the food allergic guest.
As a chef,
I'm
you
so
have to
done.
think and really respect it. It comes down to a respect issue more than anything.
I don't respect them, even a little.
Prepare. If you have a standard in the kitchen that the chef that is preparing the things knows about that, the problem is much less.
Listen, Sergio, I don't know what to tell you. They got you. Just it seemed like you really wanted to be in the video.
Avoid the allergy-causing items. It's crucial for the diner to know every single ingredient used, especially those in unexpected items.
What does that mean? They need to know what they're using when they're making the fucking recipe. Who is that for?
If a food you use in a meal does not have a label, or if you're unsure about the ingredients, do not
Who
guess.
the fuck is this guy, and what happened to the other narrator?
Someone's allergic to is a labor-intensive procedure. The labels of the food prepared for a patron with a food allergy should be read prior to preparation.
Why did they get the kid who can't read that well to read in class?
Without notification. Keep an open line of communication with food manufacturers requesting notification of ingredient changes. The Food Allergen Labeling and Consumer Protection Act, FALCPA, of 2004 requires that the 8 major food allergens be
videos at least since 2004.
in simple language. For example, milk instead of casein.
I am not bottling and processing goods. What is this? Why?
Milk, eggs, fish, crustacean like crab, lobster, and shrimp.
Why did he say that, but he didn't say the example for fish?
Peanuts, wheat, and soybeans.
Why does he assume that I know what fish is? Oh, it's Chef Zing, man.
Is not identified in the ingredient list. It must be included in one of 2 ways. 1, in parentheses following the name of the ingredient, or 2.
Just realize, why did they start off with this chef? He has not been in this video at all.
Statement. Items that are not identified as major allergens.
Is he looking down his hands?
Mollusks
Because he couldn't remember his lines?
Oysters, and many others, along with gluten-containing grains like barley.
Very clearly reading. If this is a school project, which I suspect it might have been, I'd have to give them very low marks.
Coloring and other non-specific wording. FALCPA does not regulate the use of precautionary allergen warnings such as may contain, processed in a facility, or made on shared equipment. Many people
I don't need to know these labels.
Precautionary labels specific to their food allergies.
I'm just gonna put on all the food, just may contain allergies.
If someone in the kitchen touches an allergen, he or she must change gloves or wash hands thoroughly before preparing an allergy-free meal. Bar soap and pump soap with water are effective in cleaning hands of allergens, while hand sanitizers are not.
Clean pots, pans, and utensils must be used for the meal if that kitchenware was used to prepare food with an allergen. Merely wiping down shared equipment, utensils, grills, fryers, cooking areas, and counters is not sufficient. Enough protein may be left to cause an allergic reaction.
Why are they just repeating the same thing? Oh my god, I would have so much rather just taken like a quiz or something. Why do I have to watch all of this? This is awful. This is the worst.
Things must be thoroughly washed or other cleaning.
I don't think she's using a rag. I think she was just wiping that with her hands, so I don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Sources of cross-contact. Cross-contact must also be prevented at the patron's eating space. Clean the tabletops and high chairs of the patron with food allergies. Research shows that commercial cleaners
that you humans, when eating, sometimes do things.
Use a fresh rag, disposable towel.
There are no tables in my store. I don't need to know this.
Contact with allergens.
A chef should inform a diner if a grill is used for other foods, since it might splatter on the allergic person's order. Or if an industrial steamer is used to steam vegetables, but has something like shellfish in another layer.
I think this is all an exercise to tell me that if a customer says they have an allergy, I need to just say, like, then don't eat here.
When refilling serving containers, it's important to wash them thoroughly as well. To review,
oh my god.
Menu suggestions simple.
Yeah, I have an allergy. Oh, I would suggest the hot dog, since that's like one of the 3 things we sell at 7-Eleven. Hidden ingredients. Oh my god, it's not over.
Designate key staff members.
I'm losing my goddamn mind. At first, I was going to cut this apart and give the best bits, but I'm just going to upload the full video. I don't know who's going to make it to the end, but oh my god.
Post the number of emergency services near every phone along with the restaurant's address. If a patron is experiencing an allergic reaction,
I thought he was voiceovering, or doing a voiceover for the guy, and I was going to be like, wow, that's stupid, the lips don't even match, and I was like, oh, it's like my final video project.
Was raised to an upright position. If a patron is experiencing an allergic reaction, keep them where they are and do not raise them to an upright position. If someone has a food allergic reaction and goes to the hospital or dies, it is regarded as an imminent health hazard that should be reported by the persons in charge to the local Board of Health in accordance with the Section 8-404
Death may or may not be a hazard.
of the Food Code. Allergen risk assessments are crucial in verifying that foods from manufacturers are properly labeled and the establishment's policies and procedures are in compliance with all applicable laws and regulations.
I can't do this.
Just as you would do with a fire drill, have staff members practice the allergy emergency procedures.
No.
Afterward, discuss ways the plan could be improved and adjusted.
Do you know how pissed an ambulance would be if I called them and say, oh, we were just practicing allergen things at 11 or at 12 o'clock at night? Is that okay? They'd be like, no, what the fuck are you doing?
Contact emergency response. While waiting for an ambulance, do not raise them to an upright position.
You're not my supervisor.
Food service staff
Chef,
should also
why?
be made aware of celiac disease. People who have celiac disease cannot tolerate gluten, a protein found in wheat, rye, barley, and oats.
If you're eating a gluten-free diet, you should not be coming to 7-Eleven.
Celiac disease is critical to their health and well-being. The same precautions used to serve a patient with food allergies.
Oh my God, it's the same B-roll.
Celiac disease. It is possible that patients with celiac disease will tell their server that they actually have a gluten intolerance, a celiac sprue, or a gluten allergy. Instead of
I feel like they're gonna love to talk about
all
it.
these terms should be treated as celiac disease. And the
I
same
can't even tell how much is left.
when
This is
serving and
awful.
preparing the food should also be taken. As always, peace and good eating.
Oh my God, please. Just, is this it? Please, for the love of God. I don't care about your dead person.
My first thought in the morning is
Oh
always
my
the same.
God.
Please God, let it be a nightmare. Let me walk into Sarah's room and find her sleeping in her bed.
She had an allergy and then ate a cookie, and it's their fault.
It's a living nightmare for any food service
Oh my God,
provider.
stop.
When customers come into your establishment
Stop.
with food allergies, it isn't always easy to meet their needs. It takes extra time, knowledge, and yes, even trouble to fulfill their request. But once you have met those needs, the feeling of satisfaction is unrivaled.
I guarantee
It's an opportunity if you do it right,
that
you have
these same people who bring up their allergies are going to be miserable fucking customers no matter what.
Just recently, I was
They're gonna they're gonna eat and be like, yes, but we thought it was there.
say enough about the rest.
I don't have to watch them when they eat the food. They leave. They take their food and go. I don't have to worry about what they thought of the food. They're gonna come back no matter what. We're a convenience store. They came for a reason, and that's convenience.
That child feels very, very special.
Oh my God, I want to die. The chef said it was over. I have watched the food allergen training and video in full, and I understand that a false statement in this regard will avoid my certification and render me liable to all applicable penalties under Massachusetts general laws. I also understand that I may not duplicate, change, or modify the certificate in any way. I mean, yes, but congratulations. Now, if you confirmed viewing the food allergen training video in full, you'll receive an email explaining how to print your certificate, or you can go directly to surfsave.com/allergen/ma. Note, it may take up to 3 minutes before your certificate is available to print. This is some bullshit. What happens if I press it again? Oh, good. The credits are optional. Where's the narrator? Rick Noble. How could you do this to me, Rick? I don't think you needed 4 cameras, being honest. It's Jason Backburn. I want to find out what year this was. Fuck. It was 2000. This video is 17 years old. Oh. God. Stop. Stop. I can't do it. Someone look up if those companies are still around. 2010 video updates production team. Oh, that's when the chef was edited. Got it. That makes sense. Oh. Alright, let's watch it again. Oh, wait. Is this a reproduction of this video? Whatever. It's not important. They're not going to find me. Oh, so that is the deep void that is my soul at this point. No, that's the end of this video. for anyone who's about to be commenting, is this what we get instead of blank? Then the answer is yes, because I have to do this on top of my finals and everything else that's going on. So this is the best I can give you guys. I'm sorry. God damn it. Just like wait a week or a couple days. Till next time.